Deliverance. Está aquí. F11. Y nos vamos a captura de juego. Y Kingdom Deliverance. Y me lo das ya. Uf, se sale, se sale. Se sale bastante, amigo. Pero bastante. Déjenme ver si... Configuración del juego. No. Gráficos. Ventana. No. Sin bordes. Pero este de acá es el que no sé por qué se ve así. ¿Ven? Se ve así. Lo hago más grande. Lo hago más grande. Hasta ahí podría tenerlo yo. No. Esta... Ay. Algo aquí no me cuadra. Porque este lo intentamos matar. Captura de pantalla específica, sí, pero... Es que ese es el primero que tenía. De acá no tengo nada. Qué raro. Qué raro que no me deje ponerlo bien. Es que ahí lo pondría totalmente, pero... ah, uf, este no me va a dejar, ¿verdad? Es que ahí me lo deja, pero no. Esto en la ventana. Mm, No. A ver, tiene que haber una manera. No, espera. Dash. Mm, Pero no me deja. A ver. Es que no me deja. Se ve mal. Ujú. O sea, si yo lo dejo ahí, se ve mal. Estoy viendo cómo rayos pones. Esto no. Tiene que haber una manera de poner esto bien. Porque la otra es reproducir el juego Esperen, esperen. Ya está, claro. Y esto ya queda. Esto ya queda ahí. Ah, ahora sí, papá, ya se la... Ahora sí. Sí, yo sé, está mal configurada la pantalla, pero... Pero bueno, ¿qué se le va a hacer? No puedo hacerlo de otra manera. Oh, normal. Warhorse W. La primera parte del siglo XV fue una época turbulenta para el Sacro Imperio Romano que había florecido durante el mandato del emperador Carlos IV, ahora con su hijo Wenceslao, el indolente, en el trono de Bohemia. ¿Sabe lo que pasó? La dejadez del rey enfureció a la nobleza, así como a su medio hermano, el rey Segismundo de Hungría, que decidió tomar medidas sobre este. Me está yendo de puta madre, ¿eh? Aquí arribita, en la esquina superior de acá. Allá arribita. Se está viendo bien, ¿eh? El juego. Escalais plateada, 1403. Sí se me escucha, ¿no? No, se escucha bastante más el audio. Kindom come Deliverance. Está guapo, ¿eh?
Bien le bonjour. Bonjour à vous. C'est une vraie fournaise aujourd'hui.
Tengo que cambiar el... Omitir todo. Espérame. Voy a omitir todo, pero ¿por qué voy a cambiar rápidamente el audio, cabrón? Se escucha mal. Bueno, es francés. No soy bueno para el francés, soy más como para el inglés.
Tu es dans un bel...
Espérame. Estamos departiendo en diálogo. Este no se pueden decir los caracteres de un personaje.
J'ai sué à la forge toute la journée hier, et j'ai aidé Fritz et Mathieu à faire quelques courses. Alors j'estime que j'ai le droit d'être un peu fatigué.
Eh bien, moi, j'ai l'impression que tu me caches des choses, et que c'est lié à la blessure que tu as à la main. Ainsi qu'à cet homme étrange, avec une épée, qui est arrivé en ville dernièrement.
Non, c'est que Mathias m'apprenait à me servir d'un arc.
De l'archerie? Tu veux devenir braconnier? Tu as une idée du châtiment que tu encours? Et où tu as eu cet arc pour commencer?
Oh allons, je n'ai pas envie d'aller braconner, c'est juste un passe-temps.
Oh Jésus. En tout cas, pour l'amour de Dieu, ne fais pas de bêtises. Promis?
Promis.
Ok, primero. Configuración del juego. Vamos en inglés. Confirmar, sí. Atrás. Ahora sí. Ok, a ver. Vamos a nueva partida. Porque la neta es que... La neta es que lo vamos a volver a rehacer, pero porque... Voy a subir, eso sí, lo voy a subir acá, ahorita que ya no hay nada ahí. Para que puedan leer los diálogos, porque si no... Y la mientras que está, yo voy a hacerme un cafecito, en lo que empieza el intro y todo eso, ¿vale?
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a
¿Qué tal
feeling there's
edad, o
something
qué?
you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
So I'm learning to sword fight. And what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself.
God above, Hal. You know how your father will react when he finds out.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong. I just wanted to try it.
On your own head be it then. I can't stop you, and you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Ok.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
Vértebra.
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me, let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Is father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Ok. Ok, el inventario es con la E. Esto no tengo que pasar sobre de ellos para... Ujú. 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 Bueno, eso lo haremos después. Ahorita... Ok, aquí está. Fuerza tengo +1. Enterrador. ¿Qué me da? Dice, llevar cadáveres o cuerpos inconscientes no te costará resistencia y supondrá la mitad de carga. Ok. Evaluarte. Evaluarte dice, bloquear los golpes del oponente con el escudo consume un 30% menos de resistencia. No, pues prefiero aprender. Yep. Ahora. Y me falta otro, que es el de... Vitalidad. Apenas me dio el 2. Bueno. Ahí está. Me voy a llevar esto, me voy a llevar esto, me voy a llevar esto. Otra manzanita. Un panecillo. ¿Esto qué es? No, a ver. Necesito empezar a ver qué es lo que tengo yo. Ahorita me lo marco. Ahí está. Otro panecillo. ¿Qué hay aquí? Sopa de lentejas. Me lo llevo. Manzana, me la llevo. Y la manzana también me la llevo. Ingesuma. Acá que tenemos. Me lo llevo. Ok. Ya no hay nada más aquí. Necesitamos dinero, ¿vale? Y no es que esté saqueando mi propia casa, pero... necesitamos dinero, Gamer. A ver, inventario. ¿Cuánto llevo ya de peso? 12. Ah, todavía tengo un chingo, todavía tengo un chingo. Falta un... bastante putazo, güey. Ah, no tengo ganzúas, genial. Bueno, vamos con Papa. Con el Papa. Papa está acá. Ok, está.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Persuasión. A veces necesitas poder de persuasión para lograr tus objetivos. Cuando hablas con la gente, normalmente puedes seleccionar el tipo de impresión que quieres causar. También puedes usar sencillamente el diálogo, pero se ve influenciado por la reputación que tengas en el momento de hablar con esa persona. En la Edad Media la posición social era crucial, de forma que tu atuendo y tu aseo, además de tu reputación, pueden suponer una gran diferencia a la forma en la que la gente te responde, ¿ok? Si tienes un aspecto peligroso, la gente temerá enfrentarse a ti y es más probable que te asignen misiones arriesgadas. Todo ello depende de tu fuerza y del efecto disuasorio de tus armas y equipo, pero también influyen otras cosas como las manchas de sangre en tu ropa. A veces puedes confiar que el dinero hable por ti, solo tienes que acordarte de una suma persuasiva. Sobornar funciona igual que comprar. En casos especiales puedes probar cualquier otra habilidad como la equitación. No solo importa la forma de persuadir, sino también la oferta en concreto, ya que a veces no basta solo decir en función de tus mejores características. Tienes que leer lo que vas a decir. Acá está. Pero a cada persona que hay que tratarla de forma distinta. No intimides a un matón con facilidad y te vistas como te vistas, no será fácil de que impresiones a los nobles. Por eso las habilidades de Henry no tienen un valor universal asignado sin más, sino que se comparan con las habilidades de su homólogo. En el juego, bajo los correspondientes iconos, puedes ver los valores de las distintas habilidades. Siempre puedes ver sus propias habilidades. Las habilidades de tu homólogo son visibles para ti si es alguien a quien conoces bien o si se te da bien escudriñar a las personas. Se aprende la ventana de empatía, ¿ok? Aquí está, 3, 7, 2. Guardia tal, ok. Pero no es solo cuestión de evaluar los atributos, el resultado depende enormemente de otros factores. Tu reputación con tu homólogo, si está sucio o sangrando, todo eso es importante, pero también significa que si no puedes resistirte a la ladina lengua de un comerciante, por ejemplo, quizás quieras antes envenenarlo un poco y así será más fácil de persuadirlo. O si alejas al guardia de sus amigos, será más fácil de asustar. Ok, vale. Vale.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross-guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Ok. Pero también tengo que ir a la misión secundaria, que si no mal estoy... A ver. Recoger gavilanes, cobrar la deuda, comprar un saco y comprar cerveza. Pero acá no se scale. Vale, tengo que ir primero con este güey.
God be with you, Henry.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
If that's the way you want it. I'll tell father you won't pay, and you can tell him what you told me.
And don't come back.
Ok, tengo que ver qué hacer. Ok, tengo que esperar que este vato haga algo. Ahí está. Solo tengo que aguantar, tengo que aguantar. Hay que ser paciente. Hay que ser pacientes. A ver, inventario. ¿Qué tengo? Llaves de baúl, de puerta. Sopa de lentejas. Ok, no tengo espada. Vale, no tengo una espada como tal. Así que la llevo de perder porque él puede usar el hacha y me puede dar en la madre. Voy a esperar a que se meta, se vaya a dormir o algo así y listo. Porque si lo mato ahorita o lo pongo abajo, este güey me puede ver. Y no quiero problemas ahorita, ¿verdad?
God be with you, Henry.
Así que tendré que esperar a que este güey haga algo. Vamos, vete a tu casa, perro.
A locked chest.
I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Fritz. Ok, entonces a Fritz, ¿dónde está? A ver, vamos a ir al B. Vamos a ir al B.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
No.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
Sí.
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes?
All right, I wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Ya va. Este es un apostador.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So are such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting
even the
shit.
Austrian dukes Albrecht
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll
are
hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house. You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, Hal, are you with us?
All right, I'll do it. But then you have to give me a hand with something.
What do you need?
Kunesh owes money to father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem, we'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
Alright, let's go while Deutsch is still sitting safely in the tavern.
How are you, Henry?
Guess or not.
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
El chivo expiatorio.
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Ay, maldita sea, me toca ir con la esposa del vato al que vamos a echarle estiércol, güey. Bueno, ni paper, güey. Está bien.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Listo, perros.
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? An honest trade not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have.
Está bien, dámelas, perro.
You can get them from me.
Never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
Ok. Yo tengo la ganzúa para Fritz.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Oh. Ok, combate sin arma, gancho y clic izquierdo, golpe con la mano más fuerte y bajo la cabeza. Directo, golpe directo con la mano a la cara. F, patada, aparta a los oponentes de patada. Saulador, fijar un oponente, cambiar al siguiente oponente. Ok, mayúscula, desbloquear. Q, bloquear, eleva y sujeta con fuerza las manos para defender. Ok, Q es defender, izquierda. Ok, vale. Este indicador muestra a grandes rasgos cuánta salud le queda a tu oponente. Cuanto más herido esté, más lento atacará y reaccionará. Cuando se acerque a su fin, quizá intente huir o rendirse. Tus heridas, pues bueno, abajo. Resistencia, la amarilla, y salud es la roja. Perfecto. Vale. Vamos a darnos en la madre, perro.
What's the matter? Come on!
Nada, perro. Toma.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The cat's pole is on his way!
Damn! Let's go!
Corran, perros, corran. Vienen por nosotros. Tuvimos una putiza.
God save.
Damn!
Muévete, perro. Ok. Va a ser un poco más complicado de lo que pensaba. Pero ya tengo las ganzúas, entonces puedo ir ahí. ¿Qué? ¿Me dijo puto? Ué. No, vamos acá. Hacia donde está Kunesh. El cabronazo está acá. De Kunesh. Está el perro, perro. Te vamos a romper tu madre, perro. A ver, ¿para dónde vas? Ok. Vienes acá. Supongo que vas a cortar más leña, ¿verdad? Sí, que es aquí.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
God be with you, Henry. Look out.
Huh? Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catchpole?
Ok, aquí tenemos que hacer.
You.
¡Ah! ¡Corre!
Call that combat?
Toma, perro.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Vale, Kunesh ya me dio la llave. Desbloqueamos. Comemos, listo. Es que aquí no tiene nada este balagardo, güey. No tiene nada este basura.
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last.
Mm-hmm.
Got bellyache, have you? That's nasty. Right, try that one more time. What the hell? Now you go.
A ver, la F puedo patear, ¿no? No me deja.
Have you lost your mind? Shit.
Ven acá, Kunesh, vas a ser mi primer pinche víctima, hijo de tu pinche madre. Te seguiré hasta lo más recóndito de la vida, perro. What? ¿Y esa teletransportación, güey? Ni corras, perro, vas a morir, Ni corras, perro. Hijo de puta. Está corriendo por toda la ciudad. Acá, perro, vas a morir. ¿Cómo corre, Hijo de puta. Yo no voy a quitarme sin estamenas. Pero te voy a matar. Te voy a matar. No. No, pues va a correr todo el día. Y yo no sé para todo el día. A ver, inventario. ¿Tenemos dinero? No tenemos.
Welcome, Henry.
Buenas.
Good day. Take care.
Vamos a regatear.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye.
Sí, eso sí lo sé, así que no pasa nada. Espera. Es que este güey tiene dinero encima. Ahora, tengo que ir por la siguiente. Este es el carbón. Ahora tengo que ir... Taberna, no. A ver, tenía que ir ahora a la D. Los gavilanes del castillo. Lección de esgrima. Cerveza. Saco de carbón. Mercader. Vamos al mercader. Acá está para... Acá.
They'll be quiet. That's it.
Thanks. Do drop by. My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
A ver. Te quiero vender... Esto. Las 5 manzanas. El pan. El panecillo no. La poción de caléndula. El schnapps redentor, los 3. Y nada más. Vale. Vamos a la X. Y vamos a cerrar el trato. Sale. Y ahora sí ya puedo ir con este güey de acá. Ábrete. Quiero 10. No. Vamos a regatearte, perro.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Aye.
Aye.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last.
See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Vamos. Vale, ahora solo me falta la cuestión de ir por los gavilanes, que es a mis espaldas. Se hace para acá. Y hacemos todo de una vez.
With you.
And with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sassam.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
De vuelta a casa.
How are you, Henry?
Greetings, Henry.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya.
Vanya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
What's that say? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Ok. Yo me voy. Vamos y vamos con padre. ¿Qué perro? ¡Pum! Te pegaría, pero voy con padre y llevo prisa, perro. Ya le tenía el puñetazo en la cara a ese vato, ¿eh? Le traigo ganas. Desde hace rato. Por el gazán, maldito.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Por su pollo.
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Get a move on. We have to finish the sword today.
Ok, tenemos que terminar la misión de la esgrima. Vale, amigo. Vamos por acá. Mira las ovejas, mira las ovejas. Bam. Bam.
So, can we get started?
Sí.
We can.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Okay.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Nice. Fine. Now you're getting it. Not bad. Not bad. Again. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Not bad. Again. All right. Not bad. Again. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one
Cuando vuelve un
blow,
ataque, seguir con
follow it with
otro.
another. All right. Nice. Good. All right. That's enough.
Y sediento, y recordad que habéis entrenado duro, nadie se convierte en maestro espadachín de la noche a la mañana.
Train hard.
Ok. Q, me protejo. Estocada es con la derecha, ratón derecho y tajo es con la izquierda. Vale. Ahora tengo que ir con padre. No con el compadre, sino compadre.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
What he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good.
Good.
And we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument.
Eso es
Remember,
correcto.
Henry,
Eso es correcto.
if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
La cabeza, no los puños. Ahí tiene razón el señor, ¿eh? Esa es una realidad. Muchas veces una pelea se gana así.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Esa madre se le resbala. Estando lo caliente que está. ¡Ja! Te quedas sin manos.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Ya los tengo en realidad.
Do you think we're short of nails? Do you think we're short of nails?
¿Qué no los...
Are you all right?
Bring those nails.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Triángulo amoroso. Dice.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Venga, venga.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're
Es
right.
correcto.
It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are.
Oh.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Te saben algo,
It's been an
carnal.
honor, says Svan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
Thank you for hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders.
Correcto.
I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I,
Aye.
one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Tómala, perro.
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
El vato del fondo que le están golpeando el estómago está buenísimo. Vaya, ver a tus padres morir necesitas mucho coraje. ¿Me explico? Digo, nunca me ha pasado, pero necesitas de mucho coraje.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
Ram, bitch, ram.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Vale, go. ¿Tendré que correr? ¿Es en serio? Tienes espada de Sirratzi. Córrele, güey. Sí, ya sé, estoy en ello. Conseguir un caballo, güey. ¿Dónde rayos consigo un caballo? Córrele, perro, corre, 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 corre.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Ok, puedes silbar a cualquier momento para llamar a tu caballo y luego montar sobre él. Ajá. Permite al caballo recuperarse. W Mayus, galopa medio, combina un ritmo. Ok, perfecto. Listo. Tenemos que correr hacia acá. Uf, se guardó. De la nada, se guardó. Ya me vieron en la pata. ¡Córrele, güey! Córrele, caballito, córrele, caballito.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Oh, aguanta, caballito, por favor. Aguanta, 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 aguanta. ¡Córrele, verga!
Flee to Talmberg.
¿Y qué crees que hago, idiota? ¡Córrele, perro! ¡Córrele, que no caga la chingada, güey! ¡Córrele, perro! Uf. Es que mi caballero no le queda mucha vida, güey. No voy a llegar. No voy a llegar, no voy a llegar, no voy a llegar. La zona. ¡Oh! Llegué. ¡Oh! Por un pelo de rana calva. Por un pelo de rana calva.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Halt your Hosen in
Llegamos por nada, señores. Llegamos por nada. Por Nadushka, la patrushka. Eso sí, me metieron una flechusca en la piernusca. Vale, gorro.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Yeah!
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Claro, después del vergazo que me mete para caminar, ¿cómo no voy a tener ganas de hablar con alguien más? Los perritos.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
Maybe. Y todas lo dudas, carnal.
What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Vale, gorro. Cuando tiene una reverenda putiza. Pocas palabras. Así que bueno. Hablar con Sir Robert. Robert.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Okay.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had a reason. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Vete. ¿Dónde está la cocina, güey? No, pues se me marca que la cocina está acá, güey. Vete.
Hey.
Ahí está.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Chale, perdón por salvarles el pinche pellejo, Viejo maldito.
must eat.
Acá tengo el panecillo. Sociedad 33. Queso. Ok. La sopa de lentejas de la mamá. Fuera.
Scallops. What in heaven's name happened there?
Pato asado. Panecillo. Panecillo. Panecillo.
I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Seems I'm not good enough for the gent.
Vale, ahora tengo que ir acá. Oh, demonios, no. Acá, es acá, es acá. Es acá. No, pero tú métete, basura. Aquí. Hey, who's there? Y vamos a dormir. Vamos a avanzar el reloj hasta la... Vamos a dejar aquí. Ahí está. Ahí se va a quedar. Uy. Vete para allá. Ya.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Hmm.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either.
Aquí se fueron a la mierda los FPS. Los tengo en 37. No se ven porque está mi cámara, pero está en 37.
I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
Bien.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Ok, a Lady le gusta un...
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Ok, aquí es donde...
I've never seen a raid before, and it was terrifying. The moaning of the wounded, death rattles, the terrible screams as swords passed through flesh. There was nothing but confusion, blood, and death.
It's very sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years.
And was Harvel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
We're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Jole, no sé si es algo bueno o algo malo. Pero bueno. Dejémoslo así, ¿verdad? Dejémoslo así. Déjense acostar gorda porque si no, no me va a dejar. Ande locochona. Están viendo el video rápido.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is that? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Ok. Está lloviendo. Yo estoy curado. Por lo que veo ya. Ok. Salud. Saciedad 70. Vamos a comernos este panecillo. 77. Otro más. Ahí con eso otro manda. Ahí está. Groschens tengo 75. Espera, tengo que ver. ¿Tengo algún lugar para...? No. Tengo que ir para acá. Ahora para acá.
Only all they have to do is
Debe ser por acá, ¿no?
be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command, all will live well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on scouts.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
I'll be with you.
Ok, ahora ¿qué tengo que hacer? Vale, vamos a ver la cinemática. Pues pudieron salir.
Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Rubber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming of the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now!
Ok. Ahora.
Tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes. Yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. God be with you.
Ok, ahora vigilar las almenas. Ah, sí. Ay, no puedo subir. Buenas noches. Espérate, ¿puedo hablar contigo?
God be with you.
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radzig, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. The Scarlets is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. Ay, que se dé. Ok.
Everyone to the baby battlement. Quickly, we have Scimitar.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick!
Damn!
Go! Go!
Yo no puedo ver aquí. No puedo venir por acá, ¿verdad? Ya voy, ya voy.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Ok, esa.
We're gonna end up like skeletons.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlets and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Wiedersehen. Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Porque el objetivo del juego es ponerme bien mamado y matar a ese vato, güey. A mi parecer. Sí, Robert. What the fuck?
Good day to you.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Eso sí.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslaus's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defences too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Oh.
Farewell.
Ok. ¡Ah! No sé por qué grita. Mercader. ¿El mercader dónde está? Aquí.
You think it was a cathedral he was building? Adding fancy bits and decorations.
¿Dónde está? Lugareño. Sé que está aquí, pero no lo veo. Acá está.
My respects to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. Take care now.
A ver, yo tengo flecha de calidad baja, la vamos a añadir a la cesta. El martillo de Kunes ya no me sirve de ni madres. Uno. Vamos a venderle dos. Y ya con eso. Esto. ¡Ah! Oh, espera.
What's the matter, laddie?
Uf, ahí está este vato. No lo había visto. Damn. Es por acá. Toma, perro. ¡Ah! No sé por qué se queja tanto de una simple caída de 60 centímetros, ¿no? Caballo. Oh, genial.
Just to have a laugh.
Vamos por acá. ¿Dónde estaba la salida? Estaba por acá. Ahí está una salida, me falta la otra salida.
Oh! Are you blind, for Christ's sake? There's people walking here.
Acá está.
Ah! Watch what you're doing. There's people walking here.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Good luck to you.
Oh, ok, ya sé qué hacer entonces. Tendré que dar la vuelta por acá. Oh. Perdón, señor, corre. Vale.
Good day to you.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end.
No más por hacer plática, pero
That was a good
bueno.
start. Next, we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
I don't know. All the Talmbergers fled from the village, so it won't be easy to find anyone. When I want something, I go to the local pond keeper. He can usually get you anything you care to think of. He's over by the granary. But if it's food you want, you're better off going to the cook. She's more pleasant to deal with. Take care now.
Ok, por aquí no puedo conseguir nada. Ahora, ¿a este güey lo pudiera tumbar? No creo. Yo no creo. Así que mira, mejor me iré por acá. Me escabulliré. Puntero, rotar cerradura D. Ok, ahorita me lo voy a poner antes de salir, pero primero debo de salir de esta parte porque si me lo pongo y me ven atorado bitch por la izquierda bitch, y eso no es bueno bitch. Así que vamos a ir por acá. ¡Ah! Ahora sí, inventario, equiparse, 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 equiparse y equiparse.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone, may the Lord watch over you.
Vamos a cabalgar.
Yeah.
Gales es para allá, entonces vamos a ir por aquí. Tengo que tener cuidado en esta zona porque puede haber residuos de cumanos. He descubierto herrero. What? Qué cool.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Vaya. Nada, hay que avanzar, amigo. Pan y champiñones, sé que. Casa está para allá o para allá. Vaya.
Hey, who's there?
Vamos a desenvainar, que esto no lo puedo.
What's going on there? Hey, answer to my prayers.
Güey, no mames, ¿cómo saco la espada? Alto, alto. ¿Cómo saco la espada? Espera. Desenvainar o algo así. Ah, cierto, la. El 1, el 1, el 1. Sí. Esto ya lo sé. Veamos. Realmente no tiene nada que valga la pena. Mete esto. Pera y pretzel. Pera y pretzel. Ah, no, pera y pera. Y pan y zanahoria. Bueno. Qué fiambre. La mayor parte de la gente no quiere morir, así que podrían rendirse. Así que el personaje depende de hacer... Del personaje depende qué hacer con ellos, ¿ok? No, amigo, ve esto. Aquí. Acá. Uy, si no me traje vendajes, güey. ¿Tendrá vendaje? No. Una zanahoria. Los Grotchens. Uno, pero pues uno es uno, carnal. Mira. Una chita, güey. Nada. Nada.
It's the charcoal burner.
Un róbano picante, déjalo, güey. Oh, Dios. Aunque sea cruel, pero pues sí. Hora de inventario. Vamos a tirar esta manzana. Dejar.
Hey! No, leave me be. Don't kill me. I have nothing.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
No hay nada aquí. Se fue corriendo como bien loco, güey, ¿eh? Mira. Se lo perdí de vista, güey. Desenvainar. Estas dos manzanas así. ¿Cuánto tengo de peso? 49. Todavía tengo para poder llevar cosas.
Hey, who's there? The answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my
¿Qué tienes? Mira, estos me los llevo. Y los zapatos de noble también. Torcha para nada y para lo mismo. Esto me lo llevo. Pues solo me estoy llevando lo que esté 100% bien, güey. Que claro, obvio me deje. Vamos con cuidado aquí. Oh, Dios. El pan para acá. Igual no me quiero llenar de tanta cosa, amigos. Solo quiero lo mejor para mí. Para sobrevivir. Ay, sí. Lo estoy saqueando, güey. Qué asco, doy. Mira, las dos manzanas también. Fruta seca, vente para acá. Un pan y la zanahoria, está bien. Y hablando de eso, Comus de Saciedad 76. Uy, ya me pasé de saciedad. Pesado hasta que se digiere todo. Tengo que encontrar otra entrada por acá, porque por esa entrada no puedo ir. Vamos por acá.
Who's there? What's... Well, I never. Oh!
Vamos, ¿qué tienes de valioso? La cofia, la poción de caléndula y el vendaje, aceptar. Ya nada más que le den. ¡User! ¿Quién no juzgar, carnal, ¿Quién no juzgar? Este pues no dejó nada. No tiene nada. Los Grotchens, además me da igual. El pan ya no.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him, like me.
Sé que está por aquí. Acá está. Y empieza la escena.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you.
I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? And isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
Eso es cierto.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
My father forged it for Sir Radzik. It's my duty to deliver it to him. It's not.
No está a la venta, papá.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that goes. And where will you dig it anyway? Here? You're not going to lay your parents in unhallowed ground, are you?
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take them to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a priest to consecrate the ground. I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard.
No tienes una pizca de moral y yo nos saqueando todos.
The butcher has no more need of coin. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well. Will you hand it over without a fuss, or do you want to end up like the butcher here?
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts.
So that's the way of it? Not without a sword, huh?
Easy there, boy. You know me. A good master won't be needing this anymore.
Vale, pero tengo la pala, ¿no? Y los voy a saquear, qué hijo de puta que soy. ¿Dónde se fue el idiota este? Lo siento, Chucho. Pues sí que le hicieron bien a este juego, no te voy a mentir. Oh my god. Fueron por la fuerza, destruyeron todo. ¿Cómo robar, güey? Ya no hay nada. Serás estúpido.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Uf, cómo se bajaron los FPS, En la cinemática se baja, pero de putazo. 76, estaba en 70,
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I gonna do this?
Do you need some help?
Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Veamos el
It is my father's sword.
It's my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
Okay. What? Me quitó todo. Güey, me quitó toda la vida.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Órale. O sea que la que creí que se habían dado es la que me... Deep Silver presenta. Ah, era el prólogo. Ah, no, de puta madre. Michael Pitcan. O sea que todo esto fue el prólogo nada más, de todo lo que fue ya la... Pues todo de lo que es la historia como tal. Vale gorro, güey. Vale gorro. Pues bueno, la cinemática no está mal. A ver, lo que es la historia no está mal. Yo la verdad no la he terminado. Por eso es que ahorita ya me estoy disponiendo. O estoy con la disposición de poderlo terminar, ¿verdad? Pero la realidad es esa, es que no la he podido terminar. La realidad es esa, no la he podido terminar. Quiero terminarla, sí. Es la idea, sí. Pero también hay que ser realistas, ¿no? No sé cuánto tiempo me va a llevar. Si lo podré acabar rápido. Pero ahorita va bien el prólogo. O sea, 2 horas y media. La vez pasada me tomó, creo que 8. Una cosa así de locos. O sea, pasar toda esa parte hasta ahorita me tomó unas 8, una cosa así. Una cosa bárbara. Escrito y dirigido por Daniel Babra. Al menos enterrar a mis padres, que era lo que quería. Despertar.
Itt épp egy malackat érett a disznőlésre.
Do you need some help?
Pobre vato, todo lo que ha pasado, güey. O sea, le matan a los padres, vive una guerra, me lo putean. O sea.
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I?
Scully's?
In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
No lo sé, amigo, ¿eh?
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines.
After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Eso sí no es bueno.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzig he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
Y aún más tarde.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill, my uncle's mill at Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
Espérenme, es que me están escribiendo de acá del trabajo. Bueno.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
Eso es correcto.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Ir a Pirkenstein a ver a Sir Rax. Ok. Comprar las pociones que están en el baúl. Ah, esa última no la vi. Ya cansa, iniciada. Ah, sí, en el baúl. Esta, a ver. Tomar. Sale, ahora en inventario vamos a ponernos. Esto es. Esto. Estas no. Además, estas dejar. Esta. Esto y los zapatos de noble. Me faltan los pantaloncillos, ¿no? Ahí está. Ah, ok, no. Si me pongo eso no puedo poner el tobardo, vale. Listo. Ya recuperé las posiciones del baúl. Ahora tengo varias cosas por hacer. Por ejemplo, tengo que ir acá. Tengo que hablar con Peshek. Tesoros del pasado. Por la provincia circula una leyenda sobre hijos que contiene una magnífica armadura de corcel. Encontrarás más pistas en el baúl. Desde las cenizas, la aldea de Bislavis, abandonada hace años, espera recuperar su bullicio de antaño. Espera el momento adecuado y ve a hablar con Sir Divish sobre el tema. ¡Torneo! Pronto se celebrará un torneo de justas de Enratash. Los plebeyos pueden participar, así que hasta tú puedes apuntarte. Aventuras amorosas del audaz Sir Hans Capón. Al don Juan local le encantan las intrigas, sobre todo si implica la presencia del sexo débil. Es cuestión de tiempo que te arrastre a una de las suyas, ¿ok? Banda de canallas. La provincia no se siente a salvo desde el asalto de Scalis y pronto te llegará la orden de Sir Radzig para que te infiltres en una banda de mercenarios y pongas orden. Destino de mujer. Has perdido tu hogar y tu familia de Scalish, pero hay más como tú. Teresa y Johanka sufrieron el mismo destino y también huyeron. Cada una de ellas busca la forma de cumplir con... Si quieres obtener información, echa un vistazo al comenzado del DLS en el menú principal, donde encontrarás instrucciones precisas para jugar. Vaya.
Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Y se quedó el perro, al chucho. Sí, me queda el chucho, güey. Bien.
My name's Henry. Thank you for
Sí, hay que ser agradecido, exactamente.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later.
Eso es cierto.
That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me.
Okay.
And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. May the Lord watch over you.
Dijo que en el molino hay una pala. A ver. La pala.
Greetings, Henry.
What actually happened to you in Skalitz? I mean, during the attack and... well, you know.
That's a long story. Not a very cheerful one. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
I do.
All right, then. It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life. I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold. Hello, you. Come here. And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring. I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, weed the garden, feed Tinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
Ok, objetivo inicial, limpiar el jardín de malas hierbas, mirar y no sé qué tanto. A ver, limpiar el jardín de malas hierbas. Bonero.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Ay.
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat.
Ahora sí, ven para acá.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Ok. Este ya está. ¿Qué otros objetivos tengo? Conseguir comida para gallinas y limpiar el jardín de malas hierbas. Ok, conseguir comida para... debería ser, yo qué sé, pan. No. ¿Qué vas a ver, güey? Dame el queso, la sal y esto, que es lo que más... A ver, ¿dónde consigo algo para las pinches gallinas, cabrón? Acá adentro, ¿verdad? Este holgazán. Telaraña. Oh, vale, gorros, el huevo vale más. El huevo vale menos que una telaraña, cabrón. ¿Dónde puedo conseguir? Ujú. ¿Dónde está? El maíz dice que está para acá, pero no lo veo. O debe estar acá a la vuelta. Claro está, ¿verdad? Sí, sabe. Los Roshen para mí, anillo de cobre para mí, el donado para mí. ¿Dónde está? Güey, me lo marca aquí. No lo puedo agarrar. No entiendo por qué, no me deja agarrarlo. Oh. A ver. Inventario. Me falta aquí. Ok, principal rutina. Limpiar el jardín de malas hierbas. Es acá. Y conseguir comida para gallinas. Ok. El jardín de malas hierbas es para acá. Hay que quitar todo el junco, supóngome yo. Quitamos el junco de aquí y quitamos el junco de acá. Ya falta menos. Creo que solo es junco, ¿verdad? Quitar junco y ya. Este
That
junco
should do
y
it.
listo.
The garden is looking how it should again.
Ahora necesito ir por lo del ave. Que eso es acá.
He'll be grumpy if I wake him. I'd better let him sleep.
Es que no tengo nada, solo tengo las manzanas, güey. O el pan. Por eso no creo que le dé de comer a las gallinas, cabrón.
Let's see what you can sniff out here. Seek.
Vamos a buscar algunos interesantes que no se hallen. Hacia adelante lleva al personaje hasta él. Después ladra para avisar dónde está. Que lo encontrado. Si el personaje no consigue encontrarlo, no tarda en volver. Yo tengo que venir aquí. No me deja, güey. No entiendo. ¿Qué carajo es lo que quiere que pesque o qué carajo? Es que no sé cómo agarrar o qué es lo que me está diciendo que haga. O sea, solo me queda esto y la zona donde estoy, güey, y ya. Bonito el trigo, güey. A ver, vamos a ver si las manzanas, cabrón. A ver. Dejar. Pues no. No entiendo eso, amigo. Consigue comida para... Está previo a esto. Previo a este. Y me lo marca aquí, güey. Acá no hay nada. Vale. Entonces tiene que ser full aquí, güey. Pero ve, no me deja agarrar, no me deja hacer nada. No. Es que no me deja agarrarlo, no me deja nada. No me deja. Estará bugueado. Yo creo que estará bugueado, ¿eh? Es que no tengo nada acá. ¿Ves? No hay nada acá. No sé dónde es. Realmente no sé dónde es. Si es aquí, por ejemplo. Tengo que agarrar eso. Uy. No me deja agarrar nada. ¿Ves? Coño. De alguna manera tengo que agarrar esto, ¿no? Y veo el carrito aquí, pero no me da la opción de nada, pues. ¿Ve? De nada. Amigo, qué rancio es esto. ¿Se habrá bugueado o algo así? Ay, veo. Perdón, perdón. Como ratas voy a darles de comer a las pinches gallinas, güey. No tengo nada. Acá no hay nada. Es que acá no hay nada, amigo. No tengo ni la más remota idea de dónde es. Pero bueno, igual yo creo que lo voy a ir dejando hasta aquí. Voy a tratar de guardar. Aquí. Dormir y guardar. No, no me hagas esto. No me hagas esto, por favor. Yo creo que está bugueada la misión porque no puedo agarrar nada de estos. O sea, hasta se ven distintos, me queda claro. Pero no los puedo agarrar. ¿Ves? ¿Ven? No los puedo agarrar. No los puedo agarrar. Sale.
Here, heal.
Eso. No. Fin del diálogo. Bueno, espera. Otras órdenes.
Come along, free.
Pero de esto nada. No sé para dónde ir. No puedo agarrar nada de acá. Acá adentro no hay nada. O sea. No sé. Vamos a guardar la partida. Ok. Y vamos a darle guardar y salir. Sí. Perfecto. Vamos a dar F10. Y bueno, vamos a ir dejando el directo hasta aquí porque está dando sueño y realmente no quiero estar así. Pero a ver, 3 horitas, 2 horas y media solo del prólogo, estuvo bien, estuvo realmente bien. Mañana espero estar más tranquilo, más descansado y poder empezar a seguirle con esta gran aventura, ¿vale? Sin más les agradezco, que pasen buenas noches, cuídense mucho. Nos vemos, adiós.